are back. Before I bring out Gary Sinise, I will just mention very quickly, just so that we're clear, the person who did zip up my beekeeper hood at that dress rehearsal did not work at Saturday Night Live. They worked here on my show, and they were helping out. So it's somebody here. Again, I'm too big a guy to point them out. You know my first guest from such films as Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, and Ransom. Starting Friday, you can see him in One Floor of the Cuckoo's Nest at the Royale Theater here in New York. Please welcome an amazing actor, Gary Sinise. You look good.
Thank you.
I gotta say, you can rarely go wrong with sideburns. I think they look cool.
Yeah, they're a character thing for Cuckoo's Nest. Grow them out. I know that you wrestle with long sideburns.
Well, you know,
from time to time yourself.
Well, when I was in my 20s, I was sort of into rockabilly, and back then I had crazy hair. And don't laugh at that. And I had the long sideburns, and then when I got the show, of course, I was like a little more, you know, conservative. And then about 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, I grew really long sideburns while I was doing the show, and I kept them that way for like 5 months. And then a TV critic wrote that I looked like a riverboat gambler. I was like, oh, shave, you know.
I know. I went to an awards show once, and I had these long sideburns, and Tom Hanks was there, and the first thing he goes is, "Ah, Jim, where'd you get those sideburns? What's the matter with that?" Yeah. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, right.
You know. The trick is keeping them the same length, though. That's kind of the problem.
What, are these incredibly different size?
That's the trick, you know, one.
Ouch, that's bad. This could be throwing off my comedy.
That's the thing.
That'll be my excuse from now on.
Your upstage burn is a little shorter.
I like my upstage burn to be a little off.
That's all right.
What happened to this interview? I think I derailed it right away.
It's
now,
okay.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and I know that you're premiering this play on, is it Friday night? The night before?
We start Cuckoo's Nest performances the 16th, yeah, Friday night.
So, are you going to be doing a show on St. Patrick's?
Oh, yeah.
Because I got to tell you, because it falls on a Saturday, we're not doing a show on St. Patrick's Day this year. The crowds here in New York are just insane on St. Patrick's Day. Are you prepared for that? People are going to be like painted green and
I know.
Talking like pirates. Arr, arr.
They go nuts here. What is the thing with green beer? I mean, who would want to drink green beer? This guy.
Well, you just...
There's an Irishman up there.
You just mistakenly stumbled into my core audience. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I never understood the green beer.
They'll drink. My people will drink turpentine. That's how you know a Conan O'Brien fan. They're like working on their car, and then they're like, let's watch Conan click. Are you familiar? How used are you? How used to? I had a little green beer in the cup over here. How accustomed to you are? You know. I think it was working during my week off. It's done it now. I'm just completely fried.
I know.
Have you done a lot of St. Patrick's Days in New York, though? Have you done it often? Because it is crazy here.
No, I know. I was here once, and it was sad to me. You know, people lying in the streets. You know, from the night before.
That's just in New York in general, though. Yeah. You know what's funny is how little it has to do with Irish people when it's in New York. You'll be walking down the street on St. Patrick's Day in New York, and you know, a Hindu guy will come out and go like, "Kiss me, I'm Irish. Come on." They painted slogans on their faces.
Shamrocks on their foreheads. I will always. I got sick of shamrocks by the time I was 5. You know, because there was always a green cake and a shamrock. I was, you know, Mom, I'm so sick of shamrocks.
What an adorable child you were.
Yeah,
You were Carol Channing as a child.
I kept getting them, you know, after that.
Now, of course, you were one of the founding members of the Steppenwolf Theater, so no stranger to the theater world. But you guys had a reputation for total commitment, anything to prepare for the role or to seem, you know, more lifelike or make the situation more dramatic. Was there stuff that you did as a young man in the theater that you would not do now because you've mellowed?
I was naked on stage a few times in the early days, you know.
That was a guy.
Like, what is that? Why would...
I think that guy is feeling really weird right now. I think he just... Yeah!
Yeah.
For St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. I might not do that again. You know, I might not do... There was one play that I did one time, and Laurie Metcalf is one of our actresses in the theater, and the two of us, it was a play called Loose Ends, and the first scene, the lights come up, and there we are. We're supposed to be on a beach, and we're naked, right on a beach. And the theater was very small, you know, so it only had 3 or 4 rows, and, you know, you're pretty close to the audience. And by the end of the scene, we're kind of rolling around, and we're, you know, we're kind of, you know,
What kind of show was this?
You know, it's a
This
love
wasn't
story.
at the Steppenwolf, was it?
It was at the Steppenwolf, and
It was at the Triple X.
And occasionally we would get, you know, somebody, you know, by the end of the scene, you'd just hear people in the audience, you know. And we'd like, you know, we'd have to go on with the scene while all the while somebody was getting kind of juiced up in, you know, in the front row.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
When is this show going to be on again?
Yeah. Oh, that one's gone. We're doing Cuckoo's Nest now.
Right.
I'm in my underwear in that show.
Okay.
That's a good one. In fact, I almost brought a picture because I saw Gina Gershon on your show last night, and you showed a picture of her in her underwear, and I thought,
we have a classy show here.
Maybe
Whenever the attractive women are on, I'm always, let's do a feature now, you naked. They love it. So I understand that you are very passionate. Obviously, we're talking about how you're passionate about the theater. You're very passionate about litter bugs and people that litter. Is that the case?
I'm not passionate about them.
Makes you angry.
hate
Say
them.
you hate them.
I just say I hate littering. I hate the act of littering. People that, you know, I just don't like.
You know what's funny is that you never... When I was growing up in the 1970s, there were all these don't litter campaigns, and people talked about litter bugs. You don't hear about it anymore. It's almost as if our culture has... We've got all these terrible things happening that we've decided that, well, littering, we're not gonna worry about that. But it still bothers you.
Remember that great commercial with the
crying Indian?
Yeah, he came out and looked, and there was garbage everywhere.
His name, that Indian's name, Iron Eyes Cody.
You're right. That's the guy.
Well,
that's the guy.
When you have a brain like that, they put you on at 12:30. This guy knows weird stuff. Put him as late as possible.
He's a trivia magnet.
So if you see someone litter, are you the kind of person that would go up and confront them, do you think?
I was in, you know, why litter? I mean, in the year 2001, don't we know what that does, you know, to the planet? And why would people do that? I don't get it. I was in my car, and somebody's in their car, and just the window rolls down, and out comes a McDonald's cup, just outside. And that kind of thing really makes me mad. I wanted to get out of my car and go take the cup and throw it back into the car. And say, can't you just keep it in this rolling garbage can until you get to another garbage can? You know?
Yeah.
It's, you know, just pick up your garbage. That's all you got to do. National television, pick up your garbage, put it somewhere, and
Not that
get it
many
off
people
the
are
street.
watching.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. The 100 of you that are watching the show right now, we don't like litter.
More like 40. And they're all watching in one common dorm room.
I I hope all 40 of them buy tickets to Cuckoo's Nest.
Well, previews of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest start this Friday at the Royale Theater in New York City. Best of luck with that show. I know it's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
And it's always great when you stop by. Great to have you here. Gary Sinise, Bill Bellamy coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.